Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you about the coronavirus and how it relates to real estate. Sorry I couldn't go live, I tried and my phone failed me. I'm here in Las Vegas and I'm here to talk to you about it. So I'm downstairs, gonna make a shorter video because the first one I filmed after I tried to go live wouldn't post. So here I am to talk to you about it. What do I think of coronavirus in the real estate market? Number one, we are in a very, very strong economy. Now, for those of you rolling your eyes right at this moment saying, what do you mean strong economy? The market's gone down. Okay, in the last 10 days, the stock market's taken some real hits because of what's going on with coronavirus and because so many people are so quickly led by little things. How about Friday? Jobs report, 278,000 new jobs in our country, okay? We have a very, very strong economy that has hit more than a bump in the road. It's hit like a whole crater in the road, and we need to get on the other side of it. One of the things that happened yesterday at this conference, they had an economist who talked about how if you looked at the stock market a few days before 9/11, and if you looked at it 6 months after, the amount, the score or whatever you want to call it, was about equal, okay? I'm willing to bet you that'll be the same thing in this case, and that's exactly what the economist said. You see today it went back up 1,100. I'm sure we'll see different volatility for the next couple of weeks. Now, how does that relate to real estate? Well, I'm leading into it on purpose and for a reason, okay? Number one, two things that I've been concerned about and I'll tell you what I've been watching for the last 3 weeks that I've been saying, where's my indicators here? What's gonna happen in the market? Number one, homes listed for sale. The total amount of homes that are put on the market in a given week. We measure that every week going back 10 years. So what I looked at was the last 4 weeks. 7,900 homes have been listed in the last 4 weeks. Last year at the exact same time, the exact same 4 weeks, 7,873 or something like that. So basically it's the same. So homes listed hasn't yet been affected. The reason I've been watching for that is I'm thinking, are sellers gonna be scared to let strangers come in their home to look at their home? I'm hearing some rumors of that yesterday and today for the first time. So could it change in the next couple of weeks? It could, but I don't think it will continue. Now on the buy side, I've also been paying very close attention to demand. So the biggest way that we measure demand is the amount of contracts that are accepted on a property. Well, I looked over the last 4 weeks and we have averaged 18% a week. 18% of the homes that are listed for sale are going under contract per week. Last year, same 4 weeks, 13%. Now, part of that's because inventory is lower, so there's a higher percentage going under agreement. Lower inventory, higher demand. But my point is, if the demand was that much less, we would see that go down a bit, and we haven't yet. The other way we measure is just talking to agents. I put a poll on our Facebook the other day, and I said, hey, how were open houses today? And everybody chimed in with the same thing that they said the prior Sunday, 40, 70, 100 people at different open houses. So far, I do not see buyers and sellers majorly changing their behavior, okay? Could that change? Well, of course it could if things continue to get worse, which I do think they will. I mean, we haven't reached the peak yet for coronavirus. I have read more CDC printouts and more different reports than I think I ever have in my career on medical things, and I don't claim to be a doctor, but we haven't hit the peak. It sounds like China has. So let's say the peak's 4 weeks out. Well, maybe there's gonna be more of this for the next few weeks, people getting sick. I think it's pretty clear that there will be. The question becomes how many, and are people going to get more used to it? I've been seeing some news reports of people that got it and they're like, yeah, I got it. I was sick for 2-3 days. I was better. Well, as the news reports more of that and less of the drama, I think that this thing will cool off a little bit and we'll be right back into a normal market. Now, the benefits of coronavirus related to real estate is the interest rates, okay? Interest rates are now at an all-time low. So if you're someone who's buying and you decided in the last few days, you know what, I'm not gonna buy because of the stock market, and you were determined to buy this spring, you're making a mistake. You're missing out on the best interest rates that we have ever seen in history. It's like free money down at 3%, okay? So I think that that's a mistake. If you're someone who doesn't care if you buy now or in the fall or whenever, well, I always say buying in the fall is better. That's just a simple fact, okay? But if you are already planning on buying, I would absolutely not change your plans to buy. I will tell you, myself, with our development company, we're buying properties all the time. I heard that we actually locked 2 down today, and I was happy to hear about that. Now, home sellers, let me tell you how you can make a mistake. It's easy to say, well, just stay off the market. I don't want strangers going in. Well, I have news for you. When I'm selling, I want to be on the market when everyone else is not listing. So if we do see a decrease in home sellers listing, which we haven't yet, but maybe it'll happen this week or next, maybe it'll happen for a couple of weeks, you would be crazy to not list when inventory is low and we are at the highest demand time of the year. You'd be completely nuts to miss that time of year. Let me check my notes here. Another item that I want to mention related to the real estate industry, closing delays. Now, I alluded to this in a video that I had done on Saturday morning on Crush It in Real Estate for my realtor friends, but this video is obviously for buyers, sellers, whoever. Everybody likes to hear about real estate and realtors. And one of the things that I talked about in that video is you are going to see massive amounts of delays in closings. I think it's going to be at a rate that we haven't seen in several years. In April and in May, if you have a closing date on your home for April 28th, April 30th, May 10th, whatever, expect that a delay could happen. I think realtors better message that to their buyers and sellers. Buyers and sellers had better be aware of it. I also think that everybody should just be a little nicer to one another and just know that there might be some delays and perhaps we have to work together. Mortgage brokers are working extremely hard right now, and the whole supply chain under a mortgage broker is being taxed. Attorneys, appraisers, title companies, title examiners, everybody involved is now taking in and doing more business than they ever have. Mortgage companies are literally at capacity. So have that in mind. Again, to recap, the economy is strong. I do not see this turning into some large, long, sustained economic downfall that crushes the real estate market. Is it possible? Yeah, anything is possible. But I will tell you, myself personally, like I told you, I heard we signed 2 contracts to buy homes today, and we're going on business as usual. We're just washing our hands a little bit more, and we have lots of different wipes and Purell and all kinds of things around the offices. But I would not be concerned about it. If I were in your shoes, if I was a seller, I would list my home. All realtors are taking more precautions. If I was a buyer, I would still buy a home. I hope that helps. Sorry I kind of rushed this time around. My other video was better, but it was 10 minutes long and I had to make this one shorter. Good luck and happy home selling.